Yeah, hey guys. So I really wanted to take a minute to talk about this whole situation that's happening in Beirut, Lebanon right now. And well, first of all, my heart goes out to everybody out there. Like, I can only imagine, as at a few minutes ago, like, I've been on the news trying to keep up with what it is that's happening there. And as at a few hours ago, they said at least 100 people, have been killed due to the explosions, and at least 4,000 more are feared to be injured. Now, the hospitals don't over the capacity; they cannot handle the amount of people who are casualties due to this explosion. It's crazy because amongst everything, they are still struggling and battling fiercely with coronavirus. The COVID-19 is hitting them harder. The rates of people infected are on the rise right now in Lebanon, particularly Beirut. And it's rather sad that with everything it is that they have to deal with and go through, this is also happening. And I've been studying and researching about it, and it's crazy because these explosives have been stored, in that central area where the explosion happened for a period of about 6 years now. And there have been several warnings telling the people to get these things out of there, but nobody paid attention. Going further, I realized that the government has been going through some battles of corruption and all of those things, and I was like, oh, okay, there we go again. Another situation whereby a community, a people, a country would have to suffer because of the inadequacies of the government, people who have been voted in there to keep, protect, and sustain these people, and make sure that there's a good and sense and source of livelihood for them. Yet these people still need to suffer because of the inadequacies of these people. I don't know for how much longer we're going to keep taking stuff like this, because if this had been done, the explosion probably would have still happened, but the effect would have the effects of it would have been drastically cushioned and better monitored. But no, people still would want to do whatever it is that just suits their ego or their personal gain or whatever, to the detriment of the masses, the people who put them in power, the people who put them there to protect them and give them a better future. And it's really sad, it's preposterous to say the least, because for how much longer are all these things going to keep happening? For how much longer? you know it's crazy. 6,000 metric tons of explosive just in the middle of the city, killing over 100 people. Now, think about this for a second. These people, we have husbands, wives, children, family, people who I don't even know what next step they are going to be able to take. Lives have been cut short. Families are going to suffer because of this. Half of Beirut city has been affected by this explosion. Now, the governor goes on air and all good and fine. He says the people who are responsible for this will be punished. But then again, I think to myself and I'm like, what manner of punishment would be meted out to these people that can compensate for the amount of loss, the lives that have gone, the property that have been destroyed, the development that has been brought down, and all of that stuff? It's an absolute mess, guys. You guys need to like keep up, follow up on what is going on here. And then funny things about Lebanon is that their government is not self-sufficient. For instance, they do not produce, food. They rely solely on importation. So you can imagine how they feel right now. Like, how do they go forward from here? There's a huge fear that poverty might pervade the entire country. There's a huge fear that there might be famine because they may not be able to keep up. And I apologize for the noise. Those are my dogs. I had to make this video, like, I just had to go live from home and then just put this word out there because this is really critical. So at this point, more than ever, I call out for the international communities. I call out to everybody who is in the capacity and can help. These people are on the verge of extinction if nothing would be done, and soon enough too. Good enough, certain members of the international community are already responding to them. But I urge everybody to, do what you can. And yeah, everybody can do something. You may not be able to send live, food stuff there or produce or whatever, but at least you could keep them in your prayer. You could, just follow up on what is happening and just, hold a torch of light for these people, because it's not a good look at all. So as events keep unfolding, let's see what happens, and all of that. But I wish them well, and my heart again goes out to everybody who has lost, a loved one. I mean, how do you even begin to send your condolences, because words aren't even enough to say, hey, I'm sorry for your loss. It's deeply, deeply saddening, but let's just do what we can, and let's keep the torch shining bright. Thank you, guys.